My name's Mike, and this is my story. I'm a follower of Christ, and I'm in recovery for alcohol addiction, abandonment issues, and codependency. I did not meet my biological father until I was 39. My mother and he divorced when I was 2. I grew up with my mother and her husband, whom she remarried when I was 5. And we lived in Greeley, Colorado. It was kind of my wonder years at that time. It was, I had a home at that time, a place in my life where I felt safe. I went to grade school, and it was just, to me, it seemed like an ordinary kid growing up and had a great time. I became quite a rebellious child. My parents divorced when I was 15. I left home at 16, moved in with a friend of mine's family. I was out on my own since the time I was 16 years old. You know, I tried to live life on my own for so long, by myself, just thinking I had everything figured out, and I didn't, you know. I look back on it now, and I was just a scared little boy. I started drinking when I was 13. I discovered alcohol when I was 13. And when I drank, that's when my fears would go away. That's when my confidence would skyrocket. My father died, and a year later my mother died. And at that point I went into a very deep depression. So I started drinking again, and that lasted about 15 years. On my 46th birthday, my wife of 24 years served me with separation papers. And I didn't see it coming. I didn't have a clue that things had progressed to the point with my alcohol addiction that we were at that point. And I knew at that point that I had to do something, but I was powerless. I could not quit drinking. So I came to Celebrate Recovery that first time. Sat through the meeting, went to the newcomers meeting, and as Judy and I went home, I told her that I didn't think that I wanted to do Celebrate Recovery. That just seemed a little weird to me, but I told her I'd keep going to church. So I became a regular churchgoer on Sundays. You know, there were times I'd come in on Sundays, I'd have a hangover from the night before. But the messages started to hit me, and they started to speak to me. And I think God just started doing a work in my heart and opening up and softening the hardness that was inside me at that point. It was the following Easter walk that I broke down in here, and I surrendered my life to Christ, and I gave it to Him. And I looked at the cross and I said, "You gave your son to save me." And I started thinking about my own son and just the pain and what it meant for a father to give his son to save other people. And I thought about my son, and I just, you know, that's when I surrendered my life. You know, that's when I broke down totally, and I accepted Christ as my Savior. I'd like to say that I'm cured. You know, life's great, everything's awesome, and but that'd be a lie, because you know, life is life. Life's messy. Life's full of ups and downs and bumps. I've done a lot of things in Celebrate Recovery. I've been in the program for 8 years now, 7.5, 8 years. I've been through a 12-step group as a participant. I've been through 3 12-step groups as a co-leader. Honored to do that. Just to be able to share that growth with other men in the program and see the changed lives is what it's all about for me now. I don't know, it's cool. It's way cool. My name's Mike. Thanks for listening to my story.